Prepare for a tour through the Cave of Copper. Yes, all of this is copper ore. All of it. Not you, though. You're not copper ore. I wish you were copper ore, but you're not. And it turns out some of it is iron, too. So that's just amazing. Hello, everybody. This is Mana here once again with more modded Minecraft, and obviously, as the title says, this is Gregtech. And as you can see, I finally actually got this steam boiler making steam, which means that I can actually put these in this alloy smelter now, and look at what it does. Now, it uses up a ton of steam. Even this steel steam boiler can't keep up with it, but this is the production. It makes that annoying noise and proceeds to annoy the crap out of you before it finally pushes out this last bit of effort and gives you what you have been waiting for all this time, which is bronze ingots, and it releases smoke from this little hole in the back of it. This is going to help me so ridiculously much. It is just going to be redonkulous how much this one machine is going to help me. But anyways, you can see it makes copper nickel, it makes, you know, all of this good stuff without having to use mortar, makes brass, makes bronze, obviously, as I was. Anyway, the final little batch is coming out here, and I should not experience a blow up on this thing, because that would suck a lot. Actually, no, it doesn't even matter. I could supply this with copper until it cools down eventually. So yeah, 36 bronze in pretty much an instant without any effort at all. Like, I just put coal in there and water, and then it does all the rest for me. I really sound like I'm trying to sell something to you. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Who even knows anymore? This thing just keeps going and going and going. I haven't had coal in this for like 10 minutes now, and it's still making fuel. I am beginning to see why you would want a whole entire deck of these steam furnaces, because these do not require very much steam, and considering that I probably used about 6 charcoal in this, and it's still running, like, what is even going on? I'm gonna have to destroy this thing, or else it's gonna overload on me. Okay, well, here comes the death of this thing, because I ran out of tin and iron that I can actually, or tin and copper that I can actually use for this. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to destroy this. Goodbye. Because I do not want it overloading on me with heat and steam and stuff, because then I believe it blows up, and that would not be a desirable experience. So, now I'm gonna have to do the boring thing, and actually, you know, kind of sort of sustain my hunger levels. I don't exactly like the concept of doing that, but I'm gonna have to do it anyway. And it also just occurred to me that if I want to do that, I'm also gonna have to move this chest over here. So yeah. Okay, now with that done, all I have to do is dig out this wall over here and kind of make this little pattern thing that I've been making, but better and with more wood. And I'm going to need to go get more wood now. I don't like doing that. So now that I've got this, all I have to do is lay out this water thing so that I can do this super fancy water technique that no one ever uses to do anything, because I'm the very first one that figured out how to do this. Not actually, not really at all. So now all I have to do is do this every 4 increments on here so that every single crop... Whoa! Can be nurtured properly. So here's what I'm wondering is if I should use IC2, so crop. Should I use IC2 things? I'm really wondering if I should. How do you make a proper amount of sticks? How do you make a proper amount of sticks? What? I didn't ask that. Oh, you have to actually make them in a crafting table. That's inconvenient. But I'm probably going to do it the way that you do it in IC2, which is a little bit different than you would expect it to be. You have to make these things called crops, which are as follows. Like that. And then you put dirt. I'll explain it when I'm doing it, okay? Don't get in such a hurry. So here's how I make a shovel, if you're wondering. Just play it in the middle of a hammer and a file. It's not that hard to do. What? Hi. Hey, what are you guys doing? Nothing? Okay, I'm just gonna run away now. I have no idea why they're all in the same place, but whatever. There are 3 skeletons and 2 creepers under my house, and I don't like that one bit. Okay, there's a hoe. So now I can actually do the stuff that I need to do, which is just till all of this dirt. Now, the peskiest thing about IC2 crops is that they have to be maintained a lot better than normal crops. For example, normally I only start doing this when I actually have this access to this stuff called... Yep, that's what it's called. Now, it's actually called this. Weed X, which you can get by just putting redstone and grain powder on top of a cell, or putting this like this in a canning machine, which I obviously don't have access to grain powder yet, considering that I don't have a macerator because it requires diamonds, and I can't exactly get that yet. And these things called weeds, I'm not really sure why you would want weed seeds, but these things called weeds actually start growing, and they spread, and they destroy your crops, and it's just terrible. So I hopefully won't be experiencing that. But the exciting thing about crops is that you can actually breed them. And the way that you breed them is, well, basically what you do. I'm assuming you break these with axes. No. Okay, apparently not. You just have to break with your hand. That's kind of a little weird. Just a little bit weird, man. So all you have to do to basically crossbreed them properly is put one like this and one right next to it like that, and one right next to it like that, and one right next to it like that. And if I continue this pattern like this, yeah, like this, it should basically guarantee me a crossbreed every single one that I do this with. Whoa, I didn't mean to do 2 right there, man. I meant to do 2. Actually, I meant to do 2 right here. Okay, so now that I have the actual crop thingy-majigger set up, I can start growing my stuff. Hopefully weeds don't actually start to sprout here right away, or that would suck. Now, how do I make fertilizer? I'm assuming that this fertilizer will work too. Just sand and apatite. Maybe it won't, though. Seriously, you need a chemical reactor for this stuff? Holy crap, I am not going to get this stuff anytime soon. You need calcite? You need calcite for this? You've got to be kidding me. There's calcite ore. What? I didn't know that. That's odd. Okay, whatever. But as you can see, because of my lack of stuff, weeds are already starting to sprout on here. I should probably... No, I keep forgetting that weed seeds are renewable. Weed seeds. I meant to say wheat seeds. So, I'm going to ignore that little mob party that's going on below my house right now and see if the fertilizer that you make with forestry is compatible with the fertilizer that you make in IC2, because if it is, man, that's going to make this so much easier. That is going to make this so much easier if they're ore dictionaried. I really hope they are, because if they are, man, this is going to go so much better. So where's my apatite? My apatite should be in this chest right here. Yes. Okay, so apatite, sand, hopefully this fertilizer. Yes, it is! Or maybe it's not. I don't know. I've got to actually plant wheat seeds first before I can test this out. Where are my wheat seeds? They should be in here. Yes, they are. So, let me just go ahead and plant these. Planting them. Are these... I don't think it's compatible. I think it's trying to be compatible, but it's not entirely compatible. I also need to... Okay, I'm going to definitely bone meal this potato. I do have a potato, right? Okay, I'm definitely going to bone meal this potato before I do anything with it, because I want to have extra backup copies of this potato just in case I need it. Because it could just get overtaken by weeds, and that would suck. There. Now that I have extra copies of my potatoes, that doesn't sound odd at all. Now that I have extra copies of my potatoes... What? You can't plant potatoes here anymore? You can plant sugarcane, I know that. I don't know what's up with that. You can't put potatoes here anymore? What is wrong with the world? Potatoes are amazing. Potatoes are Amazing. You cannot be saying that. Did I accidentally plant an extra thingy right there? I think I accidentally planted an extra thingy. Okay. Well, the worst thing about these is that it doesn't give you back the seeds whenever you use them, so that sucks a lot. I'm gonna see if these actually end up crossbreeding. I believe... Can you bone meal these? Oh, so bone mealing is basically the same thing as fertilizing. I wonder if this is like a cheat and you can actually just fertilize this like indefinitely. I think I'm going to have this growing on one side and I'm just going to have normal crops growing on the other side because I really, really, really don't feel like going to all that effort and then having every single one of these consumed by evil weeds because that would suck. Anyhoodle, I'm actually going to go all the way over here and remove my sugarcane farm from existence because it's not exactly being used anymore. It was never really being used. I just kind of planted it occasionally, and I never really did anything with it. And now that I actually kind of want to have it harvested, that should be a little bit different. And now shan't it. Shan't it. Hopefully, because of me going over here, that mob party below my house will disappear. I hope it does, or else I don't really think I'm going to be having too happy of times here. Because I don't want 3 skeletons moved into the bottom of my house like it's a McDonald's apartment or something. I don't know what a McDonald's apartment is, but it's probably going to exist in the future. Ow! You don't do that to me. You do not do that. I can't really do anything right now because I forgot to make a sword, but I assure you, if you do not despawn, I will come over here and kick your face off with a sword. That's what all the cool kids are doing today. Yeah, I don't think I'm ready to crossbreed crops just about yet because I already got a weed off of this. So now I get to spend the next 200,000 years mining these things out of the ground. There we go. I need to have a full-time working farm or else it's going to take 1,000 years to do anything. For now, though, I'm going to need to make a sword because obviously I need immediate food or else I'm going to die. So I just take the logical next step and kill everything else for my benefit. So, I saw a lot of pigs around here earlier. There aren't going to be a lot of pigs around here now, are there, though? Well, this has sharpness on it? I did not know that. Oh! Ugh, I get a little bit too excited. Wow, I just noticed how fancy I made this by accident. I can use these sides of the flower pots as a door. I didn't even think about that. That is amazing. I am the best house designer in the planet. I live in the planet. That's just how awesome I am. Anyways, now I've got to go back down into the nitty-gritty and figure out which ores in that cave were giving me iron, because that is very, very, very muy importante.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting, and they had to hire a new one.
I guess I'm just gonna have to mine out this whole entire cave, because I cannot tell the difference between the two.
Okay, I need to actually put this out here so I can tell when I'm mining pyrite. That it. Okay, I'm starting to think that Greg literally did this so that he could troll people. That is. These look exactly the same. This is. No, it's not. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop guessing and just take it for what it is and just mine it and be happy that I even have iron, because that was one of my main concerns for a very long time, is whether or not I would be able to get iron. And now I have a whole cave filled with iron. I would prefer it be brown limonite and stuff because I can actually tell when it's iron or not, but this is okay. And I suppose I'm going to have to eventually get copper anyway, so I suppose being forced to get it is probably good in some cases. Alright, well, what I got out of this was 49 iron, 105 copper, no, 108 copper, no, 109 copper, no, 116 copper, 5 tin, and a lead ore, and a nickel dust. That is a lot from one cave. Like, okay, these two are different, but I don't know what they are in particular. I do know that there's probably a lot more iron down here than it looks like there is, but I need to actually decipher which one. I mined out this whole floor. None of this was even stone before, and I mined out the whole thing. That just goes to show how much I cannot tell what I'm doing. Wow, is this really as cheap as I think it is? Look at what you can do with the wheat in this. You just crush it into flour, And then look at this. It's bread. 1 wheat is bread in this. What in the world? That is overpowered. Wow. I am never going to need food ever again. Like, ever. In the universe. I'm never going to need food again. Anyway, this super, super large amount of copper and tin that I'm smelting right now is going to get me a ridiculous amount of bronze. And it's not even like, well, I was about to say it's not even like I need it anymore, but that's not exactly entirely true, because how did I not finish drinking that? That's not exactly entirely true, because, well, I'm gonna need a lot of it. By a lot, I mean a lot, because, okay, there's this thing that I'm working towards called the blast furnace. To get your first steel, 3x3x4 hollow opening, 32 bronze-plated bricks. Now, you might be going, that's not that much. Okay, 32 of these. Okay, the crafting recipe gives you 1, and you need 6 bronze plates. Count them. 6 bronze plates for each of them. 12 ingots times 32. That is a lot of bronze. Let me just 12 times 32. Okay, that's 384. That's a pretty commendable number. And by copper, that is 288 copper and about 80 tin. 288 copper you need for this. That's not actually that much, considering I already have 56 in my inventory, and I have an overload of it in a cave. But still, that is a lot of freaking stuff for 1 blast furnace. Now, I could just use it from Railcraft, but I'm not going to do that, because that kind of ruins the whole entire prospect of it. I'm not going to do that. That's cheating, in my opinion. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, I'm going to fire up this steam so that I can actually get this going. Which I'm going to finish... I'm going to finish my final... Okay, I'm going to finish my final purple drink soon. I've been living on these for like the past... Probably about the past 4 hours I've been playing this. I've been living on these abundance of purple drinks I've had. I'm on my final 3 of them right now, so let's see how this goes when it's over. I'm going to have an absolute, just over freaking everything of bread. Like, I'm going to have so much bread, it's going to be ridiculous. Anyway, I think that's about all the time that I have for this. Whoa. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I completely forgot I was doing this. By the way, this is how much bronze I've got. A stack and 46 bronze ingots. 110 so far. So that's definitely very good. Just so this doesn't do something odd, I'm going to do this. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I know that I liked actually making this part because this part was exciting, and it had that thing in it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching and all of that stuff. So bye.